Do you guys remember my brief little encounter with a land surveyor named Jesse Koslowski, who goes out and tries to prove to the people that the Earth is not flat and that it is convex round? In any regard, I brought up a fault in his logic. He has a predilective confirmation bias where he thinks that presupposedly that light is straight. Well, he will try to say, oh yeah, there's going to be refraction, but if you watch one of my latest videos where I talked about how the convex ballers will use an illegal diagram to indicate how atmospheric refraction is actually extending your horizon, where I point out that this initial lift from the viewer's point of view is illegal. It should not be lifting up like that. This blue line would actually be a corrected version. If you were on a ball, you would see a limited distance, not an extended distance. In any event, a mutual Facebook friend invited me to Jesse's Facebook group, and Jesse unwittingly didn't know it was me. He offered me a warm welcome, and then once he realized it was me, like, oh no, it's you. And so what I had proposed to Jesse before he kicked me out was that he go back and I proposed for him to do this 4 cardinal direction zenith angle test. You can watch our little dialogue here. He wanted me to answer a question, the frequency or the magnitude at the rate of change. And, dude, that's not my job. You're the land surveyor. You understand. You understand that light is flexing, light is bending, and especially depending on which direction you're facing. As I pointed out in a previous video where I entitled it Lazy, Arrogant Land Surveyor Doesn't Understand Bending Light, where he went on a 2-point reciprocal zenith angle survey along a highway facing north and south, and when he pointed his theodolite toward the sun, he got a greater curvature of the light. It's not the Earth. So this is where I made this graphic. So if Jesse's under the presupposition that Earth is convex, you would have to conclude that light is straight and that the Earth is flexing like a rubber ball depending on which direction you're facing. Or Earth is not curving like a rubber ball and light is bending depending on which way you're facing. So I proposed for him to do this 4-point cardinal direction zenith angle test. These numbers are just arbitrary, and obviously this is grossly exaggerated in scale, but you have the continent of North America, and it's concave, it's curving upward, you have a theodolite in the center, and you're pointing your theodolite in 4 directions at 90 degrees to each other. And I'm assuming that you would yield different results, and that's actually based upon his initial dual point zenith angle survey where he went on a highway and did 1 mile apart, where when you're facing the sun, you're getting a greater deviation. Now, in this dialogue here, Jesse refused to bring up the results. He said he had done those tests in the past, but he refused to bring up those results. And so what I'm helping Jesse understand is that there's another way of looking at things, a more intuitive way of understanding that light is actually bending. And because Jesse just has a very narrow scope of understanding, he's an incremental land surveyor, he doesn't understand the bigger picture here. Okay, understanding that there's glass in the sky. You could look at a comet's tail and realize that light is bending. He doesn't have a robust understanding of the cosmos. He just has his own little compartmentalized land surveying understanding of things. And it's skewed, obviously, because it's just a matter of light bending upward at different rates. This is my corrected version of the refraction. Atmospheric refraction is actually just extending your visible horizon because it is bending down less. It's always going to be bending up toward the center. So the green line is just a normal rate of refraction, and then the blue line is an extended rate of refraction, allowing you to see beyond the pole star if you were at the equator, but also extending your horizon. That's how it extends your horizon. So light is intrinsically bending upward. With enhanced atmospheric refraction, it's just simply bending upward, not as much. And that's what Jesse refuses to understand. He has a presupposition, confirmation bias, and just wanted to point that out. Jesse, you need to humbly look at things. Obviously, I understand that you're a professional land surveyor and your career reputation is on the line. If you went on and actually admitted that the concavity of the Earth is correct and light is actually bending upward, you probably wouldn't have your job. who would want to hire you? Some kook who thinks that the Earth is concave. So I'm calling you out on your hypocrisy, on your duplicitous and your confirmation bias, your duplicitous actions, and your refusal to be honest and to post results. I mean, you said you've done these types of quad point, cardinal point, zenith angle tests, and why wouldn't you show the results? Are you afraid that they would actually show deviation in different directions? So that's what I'm proposing that you to do, or somebody else to do. And actually, there's talk of my helper Joe and another guy actually going out and doing this test with my theodolite. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, people, and understand that light plays tricks on the eye, and that you are living inside the concavity of the Earth. Thanks for watching.